Hello, my most amazing artists. Today we are working on our Roy Lichtenstein inspired pop art selfies. So to do that, you guys were using contour lines and a mirror drawn from observation, but also thinking about how you wanted to portray yourself as a comic book character. So whether that was being the villain and being mean and the bad guy, and maybe showing an expression that was really, really angry or maybe surprised, it was up to you. This one, I just kind of drew myself from the mirror straight away. I didn't really give myself any expression, just kind of normal, relaxed. So it's up to you what you do, but make sure you're sure before you outline in Sharpie. So the first thing you're going to want to do today is look back in that mirror and draw your contour lines. Try to get your face as accurate as possible. Now I'll have those idea sheets with the different eyes, noses, mouths, things like that that you can look at and try to draw, and that can help you out with some of those features of your face. But once you're done with that, you're going to outline in Sharpie. Those will be in your bin today. Outline all your contour lines, but don't color anything in. The reason is because we are going to use primary colors like Roy Lichtenstein did. He did not use any other colors besides black, yellow, red, and blue, and then there was white in there too. So he used those colors just to add his color to his comic book style things. Now he did other art as well, but he always used something called Ben-Day dots. And we already saw a little thing about Ben-Day dots and how he filled in all of his artwork from there. That's actually how newspapers are made and magazines. They're made out of little tiny pixels that create that image. So they're all made of colors of dots. Now his, you can just see more obviously than a newspaper. So from far away, you can't see that. It would just show up as the color. But when you look closely, you can see each little dot that makes it up. Now certain parts don't have dots. They have solid colors. So we're going to look at those today too and think about what parts of our portrait we might want to make a solid color and what parts we would do dots. So those Ben-Day dots are not just polka dots, they're actually in a very precise pattern. So if you need to practice this in your sketchbook or somewhere else off the side of the paper or the back, you might want to practice your dots and how big you want them, how small, and what kind of pattern. But they are very, very lined up. You'll notice that they're actually in a certain pattern that I'm about to show you. All right, so thick black contour lines, but no coloring in except for when you get to the marker part. So I'm going to show you, just quickly demonstrate how you do those Ben-Day dots. It's up to you. If you want to pick an unrealistic color for your skin, like blue or red, that's fine, but I would recommend for your skin doing the Ben-Day dots part. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start up here at my forehead. If you can see it. I'm going to start dotting. Now I'm going to do a straight line of patterns, and then the next line that I do, I'm going to slightly offset it. So I'm going to put my next line of dots in the middle of each of those. So see how I'm doing that, where it's slightly off, and that's actually going to make it look more like those real Ben-Day dots and how that process of printing works when you print a comic book or newspaper. So I'm working super
quickly. I'm also using larger dots. If you want to use really tiny dots, you're welcome to do that too. I'm just doing a size about the tip of the marker. If you want to use bigger dots, you could too, but maybe not on your face, because you don't want them to look like pimples or anything like that in the middle of your face. You just want it to kind of blend in and make that the style of your skin with these comic books.
Now, I would do a solid color next to dots. So if I already dotted my skin, I'm going to color in my lips solid. Now, you don't have to make it realistic. You could do your lips blue. You could do whatever you want. I'm going to make it slightly more realistic and color in my eyes solid blue here. Maybe I'll make my eyebrows red, something crazy. But picking from those primary colors where I want to do it. Maybe I'll make blue hair. Up to you what you want to do. But keep in mind that your neck is part of your skin, so whatever you do for your skin up here, you're going to want to continue that down onto your neck too.
Also think about your shirt design. Maybe I want to do
some larger dots on my shirt. If I didn't use a lot of red yet, I'm going to spread out the colors. Maybe I'll try doing some large Ben-Day dots, but still.
Always in a pattern, not just random polka dots. Think about where they're going to end and where they're going to get cut off in the material. So I'll continue that. Then maybe my hair would be solid color. Maybe I would make my hair blue or red.
Maybe I'll start coloring it in there. Now when I color, I outline an area and then I color inside of it. That works a lot faster for me. All right, now I want to show you an example of what this might look like when it's finished. This was one I did as an example for last year, showing those Ben-Day dots again on the face. I did solid color there. But really those contour lines is what's going to make it look like the comic book, and including the Ben-Day dots. So that's going to really make a difference. Now, if you finish coloring, then we'll talk about what we could be thinking or saying with onomatopoeia, things like that. We'll probably talk about that next week. But for today, the goal is to get drawn, outlined, and then add some Ben-Day dots and start coloring with those primary colors. All right, have fun.